Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we are going to roll for the win, roll for glory with Deck of Many Things and Delina Wild Mage. So as you can see at the very top here, I have 1 million gold and I had 1 million gems. And this is a VIP account that Wizards gave me access to for 1 day. So I'm going to spend all of today making sure I get the best content out to you guys as possible for the next few days. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button for all the awesome, fun, janky stuff that I'm going to be doing here on this channel. All right, so let's actually dive into the game plan for this deck. So the Deck of Many Things is a 5-mana legendary artifact. We can pay 2 and tap it, roll a d20, and then subtract the number of cards in our hand. If the result is 0 or less, we get to discard our hand. And if we get to 20, we get to have a chance to win the game. We get to put a creature from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. So we have to first off try to get empty-handed because we can never get to 20 without being empty-handed. And then we're going to try to get that last ability to work by using a few cards in here, Pixie Guide and Barbarian Class, to make sure that we're rolling extra dice to have the highest probability of getting to 20. It's still not a very high chance, but the highest probability possible. If we don't hit 20, we still get to return a card at random from our graveyard to our hand and also draw 2 cards. We shouldn't hit 0 as long as we have Barbarian Class on the battlefield or Pixie Guide. That should be a near impossibility as long as we don't have too many cards in hand. But just the Deck of Many Things isn't a good enough win con for this deck. So we have Delina Wild Mage as another pretty fun, we'll see if this could actually work, win con for this deck. It's a 4-mana 3/2, and whenever it attacks, we get to choose target creature we control, then roll a d20. We're going to choose Delina every time. We create a tapped and attacking token that's a copy of Delina, except it's not a legendary and it has exile this creature at the end of combat. If we get 15 to 20, we get to make that exact token, so it still exiles at the end of combat, but then you get to roll again. And so if we can get up to 15 to 20 every time by rolling 2 to 3 dice every single time, potentially more by stacking these cards up, then we get to hopefully create infinite number of Delinas and attack in for tons and tons of damage all at once. That is the dream. So Barbarian Class and Pixie Guide each say with the first ability at least, if you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. This one says the first thing, and then you can level up to whenever you roll 1 or more dice, target creature control gets +2/+0 and gains menace. We can also utilize that with Delina really well. And then creatures you control have haste, also a really good thing that we want for Delina in the late game if we have plenty of Pixie Guides, whatever else, to make sure we're hitting in for damage. Then we have Storm's Wrath to make sure that we can survive, Contact the Other Plane to roll more dice, Treasure Chest to roll more dice, Mimic actually here as a really good ramp spell, just a 2-mana, it sacrifices 1 time to add mana of any color and can also become a 3/3 creature whenever we need it to. And the Wizard Spellbook, probably the other win con for us, just to make sure we get value out of this, to be able to exile cards from our graveyard, instants and sorceries, and then cast them for either cheaper costs or cast a bunch of them if we roll 20 for all of the ones that we had exiled before with it. Then we have 2 copies of Den of the Bugbear in the mana base to make sure that we have another win con there. Prismari Command, Negate, and Shatterskull Smashing to fill out the rest of the deck. And that's the deck. Let's go and dive into the gameplay, see how this does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, this hand looks decent. We have a chance for a Delina early. We have Barbarian Class turn 1, which is pretty decent. Because there's not a lot of people that are actually ready with this, Wizards gave us a brand new account and you had to go through and open up all your packs, do a bunch of other stuff, and it's a little bit awkward, but we actually don't have that many people playing. So I've actually played against this guy twice in a row now. And so I'm not sure if I'm showing out the first game. They scooped really early. I think they saw something in my deck they wanted to test out and try out. And so this might just be a mirror match, but I am really excited for that as well. Let's hope that Delina survives this time, because it didn't last time. All right, play out Delina. Mimics are here to make sure that we can ramp up. They also, again, become a good 3/3 shapeshifter, which is awesome. Yeah, and we'll see if we can go off with Delina on turn 4. Come on, do not kill it. No, don't do it. Oh, okay, it's just a bounce, just a bounce. That's better than it could have been. All right, play out Delina again. So unfortunately, this one here says create one of those tokens. It still is a token that exiles target creature into combat. When I was spoiling this card, I did not read that correctly. I was thinking that it was just like it didn't have that text on it at that point. So we're all in on making it work all at once. Yeah, that's just rude. That's just the worst thing I've ever seen people do. That's cool. Whatever. Deck of Many Things will help us find our Delinas and bring them back from the graveyard as well, a little bit at least. And we do have the mana for Deck of Many Things, so play that out, pass the turn. We have our Prismari Command, which can destroy their own Deck of Many Things, whatever else they might have, destroying artifacts. And yeah, we'll see what we got. Barbarian Class number 2. Dude, this is so fun. Levels up. There's going to be some fun stacking abilities with these Barbarian Class things. I'm actually really excited. All right, we need to play out a card here to get rid of as many things that we have, so we can have a higher chance of at least drawing 2 cards here. Oh, it wasn't 20. No, they didn't actually have any creatures in the graveyard anyway, but still, it's kind of brutal. All right, let's go ahead and play this tapped. And we'll pass the turn. All right, here we go. All right, we have to empty our hand at some point to actually get to where we want this to be. All right, they play out Deck of Many Things. We have Prismari Command to kill that. Pass to my turn. Yeah, that's at least the land, so we can play it out as a land. Let's see if we need it for anything else here real quick. So destroy target artifact. I think we just create a treasure. Like normally it's draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, right? I guess we can still do that. I don't want to fill up my graveyard too much so that I have a higher chance of getting Delina back, but I guess I can also just find one. So let's destroy target artifact, draw 2 cards. So yeah, we draw 2 cards, destroy this artifact. Discard. I think Storm's Wrath isn't as good here. Negate will be good though, and probably just Shatterskull Smashing. And then we can activate this at any time, right? So let's go ahead and just pass the turn. These can only be activated at sorcery speed. This can be activated at any time. So we want them to have creatures in the graveyard. Not that that'll matter, but we'll see here. Pixie Guide. Okay. Don't actually have the ability to kill that, unfortunately. Has haste from them activating these beforehand. We probably ought to start going in with Mimic as well at some point here. Okay, down to 19. Let's go ahead and activate this. Down to 8, so we get to return a random card back. Shatterskull Smashing. All right. Passes my turn. All right, the other thing too is that we can just get this Mimic to be pretty big with Barbarian Class and stuff. Snarl. Let's play out another Mimic, I believe. Yeah, let's go ahead and just activate this. Oh, I haven't paid the 2 for this yet to actually have the ability. But attacking for 3. And should we activate the Barbarian Class now? Or just keep activating Deck of Many Things? I mean, we get more value out of this in general, so, but this is a lot of damage if we get to start doing it more often. So let's go ahead and just activate Deck of Many Things. We have that for the next turn, pass the turn. And Mimics become the win con now. There's their own Delina. All right. It has haste, so we're going to kill it before combat. Destroy target artifact, or should I just draw more cards? Let's draw more cards. Hopefully no protection here, no negates. Sweet. All right. We found our own Delina. Nice. All right. So we got what we needed. Get rid of an extra Deck of Many Things. We know they probably have another Frostboil Snarl. Activates another one. I want to be able to attack with the Delina on the same turn. Although we could have Negate held up to protect it. How much mana do I have? So activate that. I think we just play out. All right, let's go ahead and activate this. How does it become a creature and attack in? Oh, I should have shocked in the Shatterskull Smashing as well. Okay, I guess I already played a land. All right, now we have this up to 3, which means Delina will be able to go automatically. We'll be able to have the negate to protect it. Dang. Yeah, gain 3 life, draw 3 cards. Pretty good. Probably has removal for Delina. Yeah, that's fine. That's a lot of damage. Barbarian Class by itself actually is pretty terrifying. Oh, this is fun. All right, Wizard Spellbook is pretty sweet too. All right, so we have negate. Hopefully, I don't have 2 removal spells. Play out Delina. We're gonna go ahead and activate this as well. Negate. Hopefully, I don't have another one. Of course they have another one. For the love. Gosh dang it. All right. All right. We're going to have to probably use this to kill the Pixie Guide soon. So pass the turn. Oh, man. Yeah, there's their own. Lots of chances to go crazy with this. Oh, what? That was the worst rolling I'd ever seen. What? Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. Down to 4. We're still really close to being dead. We have Shatterskull Smashing, which is nice. Treasure chest. They're tapped out, which means we definitely get to kill them with this. So, yeah, what do we do with this? Let's go ahead and... X5 is all that we need to do. I want to be able to activate Deck of Many Things, so yeah, let's just go X5. I could activate this right now. Treasure chest could also have been pretty good. If they have a creature, we already know they have Brazen Borrower. If they roll any dice, we're dead. They have it with the treasure chest. So I think we have to activate now and try to get something good. Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Deck of Many Things. Didn't go for the Brazen Borrower kill? Okay. Draws 2 cards. That gives us a chance, though, to actually come back here. Storm's Wrath is decent. All right. I can only activate this as a sorcery. It takes up all of my mana. Let's go Treasure Chest. I think we need to gain the life here. And so this has a pretty high chance of gaining us the life that we need. Activate it any time. I can play out a Mimic and attack in, but we need the 4 mana here to have a chance to gain the life that we need. So pass the turn. Gets a 7. Brings back a Frostbite. Gosh dang it. Okay, we need protection. We're going to win this. It's going to happen. It's all good. All good. Oh no, all bad. Okay, activate this now. Okay, gain 3 life, draw 3 cards. Yeah, we don't have anything that kills this. It rolls dice, so it's already up to 5. Gets 1 extra copy, and that's game. All right, good game. All right, well, we got to see the combo go off, but on the other side of the board, seeing Frostbites and everything like that come in, which is really nice. I feel like our deck is decent and would do well against other matchups as well. We're gonna keep trying it out, see if we can run into other players. All right, up against 138 and keep this one. Barbarian Class, Mimic into Treasure Chest, perfect curve, exactly what we're wanting, and then we can crack this to try to get good stuff. Show this off. Barbarian Class, pass the turn, and we'll see what we're up against. We might just have to get up to the Storm's Wrath on turn 3, which we do have with Mimic. You know, whatever's needed, we will do. All right, play out Mimic, pass the turn. Yeah, this is a card I'm really excited for. I think there's so much versatility you can go with Mimic. It's kind of crazy which cards end up being the best ones, but I think this does it. Ooh, a Magda. So they're going for treasures and stuff. I think, man, they get so much ramp, but Storm's Wrath kills a lot of things later. So let's go ahead and play out an island, play out treasure chest, pass the turn. Let's go ahead and do our stuff. Try to get up to a Delina and stack up a few more of these things. Either gaining life drawing cards is great. Creating tons of treasures also great. We can rank up a little bit faster. And hopefully they don't go too crazy here. Bring it on. All right, down to 18. If they don't cast anything, I don't know if I worry about it too much. I mean, they might just be getting up to a the dragon, which Storm's Wrath do kill that. We have 2 Storm's Wraths now. Kill both. It's a little bit tempting. We're not really in a rush, right? Is it okay to use a Storm's Wrath just on one creature? Sure. This could also be the minion of the Mighty combo, and they could have Infuriates to protect this and get it out of the way. That's another deck that we'll have to do at some point. For show. Bone Crusher Giant. Okay. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. I was worried about them going off a little bit more here. So now we're going to play Barbarian Class. Play out Treasure Chest, I believe. We can also activate this and block. Yeah, pass the turn. We do have a chance of hitting the 20, which it could be pretty nice. Down to 12. Activate this. Oh, okay. That's a pretty bad rolling, but that's really awesome. That's like pretty great stuff. So I've been told. All right, we can get out deck of many things. We have to start emptying our hand a little bit to really make that work anyway, though. So I think, do we just go Storm's Wrath already? Sure. We have another one. I want them to try to. I want to try to force them to have more stuff on their side of things. All right, so they go for an Infuriate. Okay. Yeah, pass the turn. All right, so I think I was right. I think this is a minion of the Mighty combo deck that has all the Infuriates, but it's also just running mono red to make the rest of it work, which is probably really good. By probably, I mean that's really dang good. Doesn't have Goldsman Dragon in hand. Interesting. Down to 9. If they have more Infuriates, this could be really bad for us. We probably need to go for Storm's Wrath again. Tear the Peaks. All right, sweet. Okay, Storm's Wrath again. They hate us so much right now. I love it. All right. Play out the blue one. Do I play another Mimic, hold up Prismari Command, or activate one of these guys? I think Mimic... We do need to start actually attacking again at some point, but I don't think that we're in a good place just yet. So let's go ahead and just play out the other Mimic right now, pass the turn. Get a little bit extra value out there. We can always attack in for 5 here, or for 6, and then if we get to be able to roll a card at the same time, we could be in really good shape. Cathartic Reunion. All right, digs for the combo. Yeah, putting some Terramount Velas to the graveyard. Magda. I call it Mazda. Another Storm's Wrath. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we are getting lucky. All right, so let's go ahead and play out Prismari Command. 2 damage. Do we want to draw cards here? I actually like our hand, so I think we just create a treasure token. But I do want to make sure I kill Magda right away. So kill that. We'll create a treasure token. We'll activate one of these. Still leaves us with 3 mana. The ability to activate this Mimic. Down to 15 past the turn. And now we actually have a really decent clock. Dude, these Mimics are so powerful. They ramp up to big things in the early game. And the late game for their top deck, it's still just a 3/3 that you can activate every turn. In the late game, you have plenty of mana to do that. So it's okay. This is our last Storm's Wrath, so we have to be a little bit careful here. I'd probably rather try to trade off here, if possible, instead. We're getting pretty close to where we can empty our hand. I can play out Deck of Many Things, activate a Mimic, block Bonecrusher Giant. If they have an Ember Cleave, we're in lots of trouble. I can Storm's Wrath and Pixie Guide. That's not a bad play. Or even just attacking in with a Mimic here. All right, that gives us a blocker. I feel like we're a little bit safer now. We should be able to roll pretty well. And if we hit a land, we actually get to potentially get the Deck of Many Things going for us. So let's go ahead and just pass the turn for now. Because our hand is empty, we get 4 rolls to try to get to the D20. To a critical hit. All right, down to 7. That's not good. Terror of Many Peaks is terrifying. So I think we actually try to go for Terror of Mount Velas. Or Terror of the Peaks. And they're going to have to kill it to not die to it. But if we ever do get to... Yeah, so I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, Bonecrusher Giant comes out. Pass to my turn. All right, we haven't actually activated these things, but we aren't able to play both of these out of the same turn now. I think we play this out and activate Mimic and attack in with this. Chump with Pixie Guide. Or we just chump with Mimic. Pass the turn. Okay, stomps, that's fine. Any damage that's not going at our face is totally fine with us right now. So 4 mana, not enough for an Ember Cleave. We should be fine here to just trade off. They might have Infuriate or Run Amok. All right. Still not dead. In really bad shape, but still not dead. Down to 3. Ew, okay, yeah, Run Amok is terrifying. That's another way to pump them up to 6. Pass to my turn. Okay. Are we going all in on this? Deck of many things. Smashing tapped. Do not pay the 3 life. Yes. All right, activate. Do we have a chance to win right here? Auto pay. Oh, we got so close. All right, now we have way too many cards to actually do anything with. No attacks, pass the turn. If they have another Run Amok, we're dead. They have Den the Bugbear as well, which means we're dead. Alrighty. Flying and haste. Good game. Oh, goodness. We tried. We got 3 18s. 3 18s. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. All right, it looks like we're playing up against the same persons, but we'll keep this hand pretty decent. Hello again. They have the Minion of the Mighty, so let's see if they get the combo. It's a potential 2-turn win combo. Do they have double Infuriate and Terror of Mount Velas? If they do, whew, that's so good. Okay, doesn't do it. That's a good sign, at least. All right, Snarl showing off the island. We can go Pixie Guide or Mimic here. I think we're just going to play Prismari Command and try to kill this next turn. So Pixie Guide, have a blocker, so at least we could potentially survive the combo, because they could have like Infuriate and Run Amok and still get the combo. Okay, Stompy Boy comes out. Let's play this on red, since we have blue over here. I think we try to kill the Minion of the Mighty right away. Them getting free stuff is just way too powerful. So do I want to create a treasure though, or do I want to draw cards? I think we're trying to look for board wipes. So let's go ahead and kill this. Draw a card. All right, deck of many things and go to the bottom. Treasure chest can be nice. Let's go. We only have one Wizard's Spellbook, which could let us keep finding Storm's Wrath in the late game. But we know that they're playing dragons and bigger stuff, and so Wizard's Spellbook actually becomes a little bit worse. Honestly, deck of many things is one of our best plays if we can make it work. So no attacks, pass the turn. Opponent scoops it up. All right, fine. Well, we get a win. I want to make Delina work out. So if we don't get to show it off in this next one, I'll probably show it off against Sparky just to showcase that one. We've played a lot of Delinas, but they've died every time immediately. All right, an awkward hand with 0 blue mana, but we actually have the combo for Delina potentially, and so we should be okay. We'll see. We at least have one play with Barbarian Class. Actually, we only have 3 lands. There's the island. We're good. Everything's fine. Den of the Bugbear, play up Barbarian Class, pass the turn. All right, Absent. We're playing up against other stuff. I'm excited to see it. Dude, I just realized this play, man. I think we've already been seeing it a few times, but this is epic. Like, I wasn't even checking it out before. Does Dragon do anything? It's different sounds based off what you're clicking on. That's kind of cool, at least. You find a Curse Idol. This is a fantastic card. 2 mana, just create a treasure is awesome. And venture to a dungeon. It's the best card for venturing and treasuring and ramping and whatever. It's so good. All right, so they're choosing which dungeon they want to go into. Which one shall you venture into? Do we actually get to see? Okay, it's just over here. That's kind of a funky little thing, but I also like it. All right, well, let's go ahead and play out Pixie Guide. And let's hope that we can keep Delina alive. That would be great. They make another treasure token. Dude, if they could ramp up into... All right, there's Nadar. Okay. Terrifying. Okay, there's a Mimic. I kind of want to use Shatterskull Smashing at some point. But I also don't want to bolt myself in. Like, I'm playing out the Mimic here for sure. So now the question is, do I want to Shatterskull Smashing or not? Do I want to try to, like, get up to the class thing there beforehand? Because we could roll lots of cards and have Pixie Guy just be the thing that kills him, you know? So let's go Smashing tapped. No attacks past the turn. We can at least block the Goblin. Pixie Guide is really important here, though. Okay, we get 3 rolls every time Delina gets up to a 15 to 20. 3 is still not huge odds for us there. It has a decent probability, but not necessarily the best. We typically want more than that. So what I could do is on this next turn, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no blocks, take the 4. Whenever attacks, Venture. Venture whenever they cast a creature spell. Yep. Terrifying stuff, I would say. All right. Does Delina survive? We're just going to hope so. Please don't die. We're taking a massive hit here. Reach. They do have reach. No attacks. Pass the turn. All right. All right. So the best draw possible is another Barbarian Class. And then we can have the mana to activate both of them to give the buff whenever things are, whenever we roll. And that should give us a chance for lethal. I don't know why they didn't attack with everything there. Yeah, no blocks. Please don't have removal. Pretty please. I don't even know what removal they would have. Asarak. All right. They haven't actually completed the right one there, but they just get to venture twice now. And so they can start going through the other one, which does force us to lose 2 life potentially, unless we discard cards or whatever it is. They're just going back into Fandelver. All right, so they're just using it to go back again. Because it's Tomb of Annihilation is the one they have to go through for this to actually work. But, I mean, if it just makes them... If they just get to use this every time over and over again with Varus, that's actually really powerful. Terrifying, in fact. All right, Frostboil Snarl. Activate this. We have Prismari Command. I think we're just going to go in with Delina, though. Yeah, Pixie Guy dies to this, so we can make a copy of it if we need to, but let's just make... These are 3/2s. Do we actually want to throw out the Pixie Guides instead? We make them 3/3s or whatever, and enough of them could still potentially help us be okay. All right, we got a 19. Yep, take action. All right, we got another one. Take action. Oh no, okay, we lost it. They each gain menace, which means that they actually won't be able to block it. I could let Delina kill other stuff this way. Get menace until their turn. I might be able to just like kill one of these guys so that they have worse blocks. Because right now they can just go block. I don't really have the ability to kill anything important. All right. Kills with Nadar. Interesting. Yeah, I was going to say, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they would go for the trade. These guys have Menace, so you can actually block the 3/3s. So you can only block the 1/3. So we're getting in for 6 points of damage. Oh, man, yeah. We basically need to be able to roll 5 times every turn. Every instance. And that would get us there. Pass the turn. We can activate Mimic and get it up there. Prismari Command can be nice. We have Deck of Many Things as a potential thing. They actually don't have any creatures in the graveyard. We are currently taking 11 on board, so we're fine. It's all good. I could have activated this to try to have a chance at doing something more there. Okay, puts a counter onto something. They should put a counter onto Nadar. So we can kill Nadar by double blocking. Is that worth it? It leaves no blockers for later. Actually, it does still. So yeah, we'll double block on Nadar. Take 8. Ha! Take that, fool! All right, fine. I guess there's a chance they clicked the wrong mode there, but whatever. Acerak, yep. Well, Deck of Many Things and good game. We didn't get there again. We did actually get to attack him with Delina, though. All right, we did the janky stuff. I think it's time to end the video. All right, so was this deck an absolute blast? I thought so. I had tons of fun playing it. Deck of Many Things, we got so close. We got to 19 with it. Oh man, that was so close. And then Delina, we got 3 copies of it. We got to roll 3 different times, and we got a 13, so close to the 15. I really wish that they had something that like added to your dice roll. I know that would be like really difficult, and it would take a lot of adding and stuff, and that's one of the annoying things sometimes with D&D, where Magic is more fast-paced and that kind of stuff. But it would have been a fun flavor thing. Instead of just being able to roll multiple times, does add a lot to it too. Makes it really fun. I want to be able to make 1 million copies with Delina. I think it's totally possible. We're going to do it at some point. And also it'd be fun to do any like double the triggered abilities could be really good. Any type of just there's a lot of things you can go with it, where you can like double the number of counters that come out or the number of tokens that come out, whatever. This is a fun one. The best payoffs were treasure chest actually did feel really powerful with Pixie Guide, Barbarian Class. I think that this is kind of the deck you go for. Deck of Many Things, is it actually a good probability of winning for you? No, because you have to have, first off, 0 cards in your hand. Then you have to activate it for 2 mana. Then you have to hope to hit a 20, and then the creature has to die. So is it a good way to win? No, but that's why I did it for the first video here, just to make sure we had some fun, did what we wanted to do here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. This is kind of content I do. I try to make good decks, try to make the fun janky things as powerful and as competitive as possible, while still making sure that they're fun, janky, and cool, and whatever. And so if you guys want good content like that, make sure you guys leave comments down below what things you're looking for, which decks, which cards you want to see played, and what kind of decks you want to see here. Definitely throw it down in the comments below. I definitely appreciate it. And that's it, guys. Let's go and I'm going to go. I was going to say dive into the gameplay because that's normally what I say at the end of an intro, but just goodbye. See ya.